Hey folks, we're back. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon. Just got back from the current Paleo Challenge group, and we got a little experiment going on. Normally I don't videotape the experiments. I like to do it once or twice before I put it on tape. But I was telling Pete what I was going to do, and he told me I had to make a video. So Pete, this is for you because you told me to do this. We're making bone broth today. I've never made bone broth, but if you do the research, there's a ton of nutrients in bone marrow and in broth, in true broth, not what you buy in the store, but what you make yourself. So there's a lot of recipes out there, and I'm trying kind of a combination of a couple. You can do it in a couple different kinds of pots. I'm using a large stock pot. I would normally use a crock pot, but I'm planning on using my crock pot tonight to make some meat for this week, so I'm going to use this. So I've been saving my bones over the course of the last week or so. Just put them in a bag in the freezer. So we got a bag of bones here, and again I'm still filming myself, so I apologize for the poor videography. But we got a combination of chicken bones. There's some more chicken bones. Let's see, we got a ribeye bone here. Some people do it with all beef bones. This is oxtail bone. Oxtail was delicious. If you've never eaten oxtail, I highly recommend it. So we got our bones, and they're in there. Pretty much every recipe I could find involved the following. Then they said vegetables, you can put them in. So we're going to put a couple sticks of celery in, just for a little bit of flavor there. We're going to put a couple cloves of fresh garlic in there, again just for a little bit of flavor. And I found one that said go ahead, chop an onion in half and put that guy in there. So you got an onion that's chopped in half, put that in there. You can use some ground cloves, or some whole cloves. I only have ground cloves right now, so we're going to sprinkle a little bit of that in. And then you can put whole coriander or a little bit of ground. So I only have ground right now, so we're gonna use that. And then some pepper if you got it. And what everybody seemed to say is the most important ingredient was the apple cider vinegar. So I'm out of hands. I didn't think I had to open this ahead of time, so I apologize for that lapse there. But we're going to put about a quarter of a cup of apple cider vinegar in there. And the next step was get it hot, bring it to a boil, and then let it simmer. And this is where there were a lot of differences. Some said you can let it simmer for 6 hours, some said up to 3 days. So I don't know how I feel about letting that go for 3 days. We'll take it one step at a time, but I'll keep taping and we'll experiment together and see where this gets us. So I'm going to bring this to a boil and then let it simmer for at least a few hours, and then show you where it's at, and then maybe we'll let it simmer for a little bit longer.